In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 MLB games happening on September 25th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Dodgers versus Arizona Diamondbacks. The Los Angeles Dodgers and Arizona Diamondbacks wrap up their 3-game set on Thursday night in the desert, with both clubs looking to claim the series and keep momentum in the National League West. The Dodgers enter at 88-69, locked into a playoff berth but still ironing out late-season issues, while Arizona sits at 80-77, clinging to hopes of snagging the final wild-card spot. Each team has taken a game in this series, setting up a decisive rubber match that could swing postseason outlooks. On the mound for Los Angeles will be Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who has been nothing short of brilliant lately. Over his last 4 starts, he's thrown 28 innings while allowing just 7 hits and 3 earned runs, demonstrating both dominance and efficiency. Yamamoto has already faced Arizona 3 times this year. His first outing against them was rocky, giving up 5 earned runs on 6 hits in just 5 innings. But in the 2 most recent meetings, he has completely flipped the script, yielding just 1 run across 14 innings while mowing through the lineup with ease. Still, there's reason to be cautious. The Diamondbacks are hitting .291 as a team over their last 5 games, and the Dodgers bullpen has been shaky throughout this series, nearly coughing up wins twice and actually blowing one. That lack of trust in the late innings makes this a vulnerable spot for Los Angeles. Zach Gallen takes the ball for Arizona, and he looks far closer to the Cy Young caliber pitcher fans expected. After a rocky start to the season, he has tightened up his command since August, logging 60.2 innings with just 19 earned runs and 44 hits allowed in that span. He's also been particularly sharp lately, giving up 1 run or fewer in 4 of his last 6 outings. In his most recent showdown with the Dodgers, Gallen was in full control, tossing 6 innings of 2-hit, scoreless ball. The Dodgers' bats have gone cold recently, hitting just .226 across their last 6 games, which gives Gallen a strong edge. With Arizona fighting tooth and nail for the postseason, this pitching matchup combined with bullpen concerns for Los Angeles tips the scales toward the home side. As our first pick for this matchup, the Arizona Diamondbacks money line is our full game side pick. Yamamoto is a strikeout machine who does not give up many long balls, and he has the stuff to handle the top of Arizona's order while exploiting the lack of depth further down. Gallen has regained his rhythm and has led the Diamondbacks to a 4-1 stretch in his last 5 appearances, keeping opponents off balance with his fastball-curveball mix. Both pitchers are proven, both lineups have cooled off, and this late in the season the stakes usually tighten games further. Unless one bullpen completely collapses, the starters should set the tone for a controlled, low-scoring battle. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Marlins versus Philadelphia Phillies. The Miami Marlins and Philadelphia Phillies square off Thursday at Citizens Bank Park, closing out their regular season set under very different circumstances. Philadelphia has already clinched a first-round bye in the playoffs, which naturally raises questions about motivation and lineup rotation. Miami, meanwhile, is still technically alive in the standings, though their path to the wild card is nearly impossible. Even so, the Marlins are motivated to finish at .500, and that sense of urgency could play a role here. Walker Buehler gets the ball for Philadelphia, and while his name value remains high, his performance this season hasn't matched the reputation. He's struggled to consistently command his arsenal, leaving him vulnerable in spots regardless of venue. That makes the Phillies side difficult to trust in this spot, particularly with the possibility of a post-clinch letdown. On the other side, Miami goes with Jansen Junk, a pitcher who has been serviceable at times and shown he can give his club a chance to compete when he limits walks and keeps the ball down. For a Marlins team that has managed to find value as underdogs throughout the season, Junk's presence gives them a fighting chance to steal one against a Phillies team that may not be at peak intensity. As our first pick for this matchup, the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. Neither Buehler nor Junk has shown much consistency, and together their combined earned run average sits well over 9. Add in the fact that both bullpens rank in the bottom third of the league in earned run average, and it sets up conditions where runs can come in bunches. Both offenses are more comfortable against right-handed pitching, and they have averaged close to 10 runs per game combined in those matchups. Yesterday's game produced 12 total runs, which fits the trend, with both starters carrying volatility and neither bullpen providing reliable shutdown relief. The door is wide open for another offensive showcase. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Tigers versus Cleveland Guardians. The Detroit Tigers and Cleveland Guardians meet Thursday night at Progressive Field for the rubber match of this pivotal three-game set, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Both clubs enter at 85-72, but Cleveland has surged into sole possession of first place in the American League Central after a 5-1 win on Wednesday. Behind Tanner Bybee's sharp outing, the Guardians grabbed control of the division, and with the head-to-head tiebreaker already in their pocket, they now hold the inside track with only 4 games left. Cleveland has been nearly unstoppable lately, winning 12 of its last 13 and an astounding 17 of its last 19, and the Guardians will hand the ball to lefty Parker Messick, hoping to keep their streak alive and drive the Tigers further out of contention. Detroit couldn't have picked a worse time for a collapse. Just 2 weeks ago, they were 10.5 games up, yet they now find themselves reeling after dropping 8 straight, including a brutal sweep at home against these same Guardians from September 16th to 18th. That skid includes back-to-back losses for ace Tarik Skubal, who remains the frontrunner for the American League Cy Young but has not been able to carry the team by himself. Detroit is just 1-11 in its last 12 games, and the lineup has been absolutely lifeless, producing only 12 total runs across their last 7 defeats, barely 1.7 runs per game. The Tigers look rattled and lost at the plate, and now they face a Guardians team with all the momentum and the advantage of playing at home. With Cleveland red hot and Detroit unraveling, there is little reason to pivot away from the team in form. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cleveland Guardians money line is our full game side pick. Detroit has played under in back-to-back games, and Cleveland has done the same in 4 straight. The Tigers, who average 4.75 runs per game overall, have slumped badly, averaging only 3 runs per game in their last 3 contests. They've fared reasonably well against left-handed pitching this season, batting .266, but Messick has been reliable at home, giving up just 1 run across his first 2 starts in Cleveland. The Guardians, meanwhile, average just under 4 runs per game on the year, though they've shown a little more punch recently with 5 runs per game in their last 3. Still, their season-long batting mark of .226 suggests scoring remains a grind. Against a Tigers pitching staff that has generally kept things under control against Cleveland, limiting them to 4.75 runs per game in their last 4 meetings, another low-scoring battle is likely. 2 of the last 3 head-to-head matchups have finished under, and with the Tigers' offense in disarray, runs should once again be at a premium. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago White Sox versus New York Yankees. The Chicago White Sox and New York Yankees wrap up their 3-game set Thursday night in the Bronx, with the Yankees surging at just the right time. New York has been stacking victories and enters tied with Toronto in the American League East race, turning every contest into a must-win down the stretch. At Yankee Stadium, the Bronx Bombers have been tough to crack all season, putting together a 46-31 home record. Chicago has been the opposite, stumbling to a 25-52 mark on the road. The White Sox have gone ice cold offensively, scoring 2 runs or fewer in 3 straight games, and now they have to solve Carlos Rodon, who has been excellent, allowing 2 runs or fewer in 5 consecutive outings. The Yankees will see Chris Martin on the mound, and while he has also allowed 3 runs or fewer in 5 straight starts, New York's bats have been relentless lately. Given the contrast between a Yankee team finding its stride and a White Sox squad stuck in neutral, siding with the Yankees is the clear play. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Yankees to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Chicago went into Wednesday night with the under hitting 77 times against 72 overs and 8 pushes across its first 157 games. The White Sox rank near the bottom of MLB in run production, sitting 28th with just 3.95 runs per contest. and that drops slightly to 3.91 runs on the road. Their average game total sits at 8.5 runs, a reflection of their limited firepower. New York, meanwhile, has also leaned to the under, cashing 78 unders with 5 pushes in 157 games entering Wednesday. The Yankees have the bats to do damage, ranking third in runs per game at 5.22, but their pitching staff allows only 4.29 runs, giving them an overall game average of 9.51 runs. At home, those averages dip slightly, with New York scoring 4.99 runs and allowing 4.12, good for a combined average of 9.11 runs. The first game of this series finished with only 5 runs, and with the White Sox scuffling mightily on the road, it's tough to see this turning into a slugfest. All signs point toward the under cashing once again. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.